I can't believe I have to make a video about this in the year of our Lord 2017, but yet, here we are. Hello everyone, how are you? Sorry it has taken a while for me to update my channel, but a disturbing trend has been emerging on the interwebs. What I'm noticing is that despite the fact that Pearl Mackie, Stephen Moffat, and Bill Potts herself has defined herself as someone who is a lesbian, there are still people out there who are saying that she's bi. Bisexuality in fandom is so often used when the fandom has a ship that isn't really canon, and you've got a character who's so far their romantic / sexual orientation has not been expressed towards whatever the gender the character they want to ship them with is. And so bisexuality is so often used by the fandom to sort of go, oh yeah, well, John might be like in love with Mary, but you know, he's bisexual, so he's probably in love with Sherlock too. Can you tell I'm still bitter? You can tell, right? Bisexuality in fandom is often used that way, and it's extraordinarily biphobic, and it's a lot of phobics. And once again, this trend has reared its ugly head in the Bill Potts tag as people want to ship Bill with the Doctor, and it feeds into this whole notion that bisexuality means half gay, half straight, which is just not true. The assumption that all bisexuals are only attracted to cis men and cis women is extraordinarily biphobic and ignorant. People are saying Bill is bisexual because she had a little smile to herself when a guy complimented her in the last episode, and because when that guy hit on her, she said, I tend to go for girls, as in, she phrased it like it's a choice, like, oh, I could go for boys, but I want to go for girls, which, you know, to take it that way only shows that you have this really homophobic mentality that sexuality is a choice. And bisexuals, we are not the sort of people that sort of go, today I'm a lesbian, tomorrow I might be straight. No, that's, again, a really biphobic notion. Bi people are bi regardless of who they're dating. And for people to say that Bill Potts is bisexual but she's only identifying as a lesbian because at the moment she's in her girl phase. Bill Potts is gay. She has said that she's gay. When she said, I tend to go for girls, I think it was more her trying to be non-aggressive about it. And also because I've noticed that regardless of sexuality, media tends to dislike actually using words that label people's sexuality. Like, God forbid we should have a lesbian character and call them a lesbian. God forbid we should have a bisexual character and them say that they're bisexual. God forbid it. But no, we can't. We simply cannot call Piper Kerman a bisexual, okay? We can't do that. Can you tell I'm bitter about that too? People don't really want to believe that bisexuality exists except when it's convenient for them. Because as if bisexuality is like, yeah, okay, it's almost gay, but like, it's not quite gay, so it's like, we can keep the straights happy. Again, feeding into that whole mentality of, you know, bi people are not really part of the LGBT community. We are some strange beings that exist in the purgatory between gay and straight. The other thing I've been seeing is that people keep saying that Bill wore an outfit that resembled the Bi Pride flag. I think it would have been in the Knock Knock episode. Yes, colours used in certain ways symbolise certain things, and sometimes when blue, purple and pink are together, it's just because the person liked wearing blue, purple and pink. Not always, and you know, sometimes colours are just colours. For a long time, I've not liked this use of bisexuality at all. Like, it's sort of your get out of gay free card or get out of straight free card. Bisexuality is its own nuanced sexuality which everybody on the planet who identifies as bi experiences it differently. I also noticed this trend when it works the other way, and I think it's something that the lesbian community and the bi community really need to stop doing to each other, and that's stealing each other's representation. And I think that's what's kind of happened because of terms like general terms like sapphic, like women loving women, which yes are meant to be unifying terms. Because of those terms, it's kind of become like, oh, a lesbian can be bisexual because they're still women loving women. The most recent example of sort of lesbians claiming bisexual representation as their own was when the trailer for Charlize Theron's new movie, Atomic Blonde, which looks awesome. She's a Cold War spy and she's given a case that was unfinished by her ex-partner, her ex-boyfriend, and she has to go finish what he started. And it involves her having sex with Sofia Boutella, who, you know, is beautiful. But when the trailer was first released, I saw a lot of people making posts that were like, oh, can't wait to see Charlize Theron as lesbian Cold War spy. No, in the trailer it clearly says that, you know, she had a boyfriend. And yes, she's with Sofia Boutella, but that generally means that she's not a lesbian. She's more likely to be bi or pan, just because a bi female might be attracted to women, you know, that doesn't make them a lesbian. And nor does it make it if a lesbian, you know, thanks a guy for opening the door for her or comments on a guy's appearance, which, you know, lesbians aren't blind. But we need to stop this idea that just because a character might tick the box for a certain criteria, it doesn't necessarily mean they fit the label that you want to give them. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you call a lesbian bisexual, you're being homophobic, and if you call a bisexual a lesbian, you're being biphobic. You know, on Orange is the New Black, when Piper is confronted about being with Alex, they say, are you gay now? And she goes, oh, it doesn't matter, I've got a girlfriend. And that's why it's so important that we use the word bisexual. It is so important that that word is used, because if you don't use it, you get what we have now. People thinking that, oh, just because someone shows an attraction to a girl, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily a lesbian, and I'm going to say that they're bisexual because it suits how I want to interpret the character. No, media creators have refused to label characters, okay? They've refused to do it, and this is the result. We have people who, when presented with a lesbian, go, oh, she could be bisexual, not actually saying lesbian. This is a really bad, you know, way to represent sexualities, because it means that, okay, that's great, you're showing that Bill is attracted to girls, that's brilliant. But if people are out there still thinking that even though she's attracted to girls, she could be bisexual, then you're not doing something right. There's nothing wrong with a character saying, I'm gay, or I'm bisexual, or I'm pansexual. I don't know what you'd call it. I'd call it vaguism, okay? The way LGBT people are being represented is vague. And people don't want vague representation. We want characters that we can confidently say, they are gay, they are bisexual, they are pansexual. You know, that's what we want. That's what representation is. And straight people have that privilege of knowing what their characters are. We never really do. Labels are important, and I will always advocate for the use of labels. Otherwise, this is what happens. We get people that, when presented with someone who is a fully blown gay woman, people will go, oh, but she wore bisexual colours, and since she hasn't actually said the word lesbian, we can say that she's bi. No, Bill Potts is a lesbian, and that's great, okay? That's wonderful. For all the lesbians out there who want to be Doctor Who companions, you know, you got it. You got your rep, and I am so happy for every single one of you. And as someone who is bi, I can appreciate that we have a lesbian companion, but I'm not about to sit here and say, hey, I'm bisexual, I want her to be bi. Because you know what that is? That's lesbophobic, okay? So let's remember that for the future, people. So I hope you all have a brilliant week, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Much love.